Map pool update is close. Official reshuffles. BCG might start leaking rumors about other teams, and much more. Hello there friends, this is CST News Hub. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. Yeah, that's right, this is us, CST News Hub, and this is our second channel. Make sure to follow it, because a lot of new and exclusive content in different formats, not only news pieces, will be dropping here, alongside the main channel. So yeah, once again, make sure to follow. Thanks. Now let's start today's video with rumors that have now been fully confirmed. Exactly what we talked about last time. Zweih has officially joined PVISION, where he replaced AW. Whether Dastan will be able to unlock Zweih's potential and make him shine in new colors and at the same time reduce the massive hate around him is still unclear. It's really possible that the coach's strict approach will have the player finally open up, or on the contrary, that the added pressure will push him back down to the tier 2 scene. Although I honestly have to say that the new PVISION roster now looks way better, making them basically a really good contender on the tier 1.5 scene. Roster changes have also hit TYLOO. After a period of inconsistent results, the team parted ways with their veteran attacker. After that, he immediately announced his retirement after 11 years on the professional scene, 8 of which he spent with this very team. However, Attacker didn't stay away from CS for long and has already taken the role of assistant coach for TYLOO. Of course, this could partially be about earning some extra money, but hopefully his experience will genuinely help the team move forward. Reshuffles also affected another team from the Asian region, the Mongolz. After Controller's loan expired, it became clear who would take his place. The new addition to the squad is a young talent from the Huns, Cobra Zera. Over 2025, he posted an average rating of 1.16, and Santo described him as a very hardworking and potentially strong player, who can truly strengthen the roster. What's especially interesting is that the Huns were his very first team, so after nearly a year and a half of playing in Tier 2, he now has earned a major promotion to the top team of the region. We're wishing good luck to him, he's a very promising guy. Now let's move on to a completely different region, South America. Changes happened there as well, and of course, they involve MIBR. After failing to replicate Furious' success, the org decided to start by replacing Kickert, or more precisely, by simply not extending his loan. The player himself confirmed that he has left the Brazilian org, and is now fully confident that he wants to continue his career as an IGL. He also stated that he's ready to join any organization, bringing his tactical ideas, strat books, and overall leadership with him. Where Kickert will land is still unknown, just like who will replace him on the roster of MIBR, but I guess the time will tell. Unexpected changes also came to OG. It seemed like they had just signed Cadian and Flamus, so why would they change anything else? Well, they didn't touch the roster, instead they went for a full rebrand, or should I say rebrand? Because OG replaced their blue color with green, the same old good color the org originally used when they launched back in 2017. And additionally, there's no more Red Bull on their logo, basically because their deal with OG came to an end in 2025. Now my friends, let's talk about the changes that could affect us, me, you, and all of the rest blue collar players. At least according to rumors, because Valve may soon be forced to slightly change the map pool. And right now the old school players might get emotional because cash could finally return. In response to a cool highlights video, Valve thanked its creator and said that it's really hard to pick the best moment of the year, adding that they hope 2026 will bring new ones. Sounds innocent, but here's the detail. The number 0 in 2026 was replaced with a nuclear hazard symbol. And then, in a matter of seconds, they just deleted the tweet and posted a new one. Exactly the same, but 2026 didn't have the nuclear hazard symbol. But, you know, the internet never forgets. So, as you might think, there are two maps related to nuclear energy, which is basically nuke and cache, which basically means that either one map replaces the other or cache simply returns on its own. Although for now it's still hard to say which map would leave the pool, but personally I really hope it's Mirage. I absolutely hate the map. We'll be honest, it's the most repetitive and boring in the entire game. Before you guys write that this is just a clickbait, I mean, I acknowledge how explicitly well it is made in terms of game design, and it's pretty much time-tested to the max. And it's a great map, but I'm so tired. And it at least needs a graphical update. Doesn't it? Of course, Flum would strongly disagree with me, as he wants to see an Inferno rebalance instead. What do you guys think? Which map would you choose to kick from the map pool? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to explain why did you choose this exact map. But I have to say that the bigger question isn't which map. It's when. According to rumors, changes could happen as early as the beginning of January, because if Valve haven't forgotten, a new premiere season is about to start, and map rotations usually come with it. Earlier, there were rumors about Anubis returning because of the call to arms Valve made, related to Arabic theme or something. So either that was a bait and cache finally comes back, or Valve will do what Valve do best. Just ignore the entire community and bring back Anubis instead of, I don't know, train? You know, guys, anything can happen really because it's Valve. Now, continuing with the rumors, let's go back to pro teams. Some info has surfaced about who might replace Device in Astralis, and surprisingly it's not a Dane, it's Fuzzy. Yeah, the very Opera who kept bouncing in and out of wildcard and has recently been teamless. The irony here is that he once replaced Device in Ninjas in Pyjamas when Device left, and now he might do the same in Astralis. But here's the key detail: Fuzzy doesn't speak Danish. Does this mean that the rumors about Astralis going international are actually true? Well, I'm not against it, let them do what they want, and now all that's left is to see who replaces Magisk, and whether the org will extend Hooks' contract or not, and whether they will still exist, because financial issues and all that, you know. I guess we will see really soon. Now, we have more rumors about BCG. According to the Ukrainian player Fear, the organization wanted to buy out the Astralis core, but the players from there allegedly didn't want to play alongside Simple and Electronic. You know, honestly, that doesn't sound completely impossible. Surely BCG didn't take long to respond, saying that Fear is talking complete nonsense, and that everyone should stop spreading such rumors. Otherwise, BCG themselves might start leaking real info, stuff that even insiders don't have yet. How real the threat is, no one knows, but honestly, maybe it's better to not poke the bear for now, or maybe they're just faking, you know? That said, a new core could still appear at 100 Thieves. Yeah, guys, I know, this has officially become a recurring segment. Rumors about Rain's new team, but what can we do? This time there are talks about signing the trio from Saw: Agile, Crazy and Aragorn. What's interesting is that Agile has also attracted interest from BCG, so it's still unclear where the Portuguese player will end up in the end. Now, finally, let's wrap things up with the new names in the HLTV Top 20. This time, the list was joined by Yikinder at number 15, Centaurus at 14, Senzu at 13 and Mezzi at 12, which is a very solid result, especially considering that Centaurus is the only player who managed to make it into the HLTV Top 20 at the age of 30. As for bold predictions for next year, we've got a nice list. first, and kinda obviously why, we have TYLOO, who is already showing strong performances in PVISION, picked by Yikinder. He's good, and you can't overlook it. Then we've got Male09, who has been picked before and is putting up insane numbers on Faceit. By the way, he was recently moved to the bench, and Plopsky temporarily stepped in. Whether this is connected to the fact that he may have found himself a new Tier 1 team is still unknown, but we really want to believe that this is exactly the case. Next we have Cobrazera, who just joined the Mongolz, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sansa's recommendation played a role there. And lastly we've got Poi, who could still join 100 Thieves, but that one is not guaranteed yet, although the guy is really good and really promising. And that's it for today, my friends. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow this channel, to drop by in the comments below to help us grow, and obviously hit the like button. I remind you once again that on this channel we will drop some other different pieces of content, like analysis, story videos, interviews maybe, and so on. So yeah, starting 2026 strong. And surely I'm not saying goodbye for a long time. See you soon.